Okay, it is noontime, so we are going to get started. So thank you all for being here today. As you know, you did sign up to attend a webinar from the American Women's College, which is going to tell you a little bit about our psychology degree programs and also the admissions process. So what you will have today is myself. I am Heather Bushey. I'm the Senior Director of Enrollment and Student Support. Michelle McGrath, who is our Senior Academic Director for our psychology programs, who will tell you more about the different degree options within the psychology program. And then Michelle Bryson, who is our Director of Recruitment, Outreach, and Communications, and she will go through the admissions process with you. As we are going through the presentation, if you have questions, if you can just type them into the chat box, and we will be sure that we address them along the way. I don't want you to forget your questions. So just to give you a little bit of background information, Bay Path University was established in 1897, and since then we've gone through several iterations of what the school has really looked like. We started as a secretarial school, and then a junior college, then we were Bay Path College, and then Bay Path University. So we have a long history of providing education, both in this area and now more widely online. We currently have a little over 3,000 students, and that enrollment number is continuing to grow. The good news is that with 3,000 students, a little over 3,000 students, it's still a small enough number that we're really able to give a high level of student support in all of our classes and all of our experiences for our students. So we do pride ourselves on that. We are career focused in our curriculum, which really helps direct your pathway into whatever your desire is after obtaining a degree. Whatever career you're looking to enter or whatever further schooling you're looking to do, our degree programs are really career focused, and they are accredited by the New England Commission of Higher Education. At the undergraduate level, we are a women's institution, but at the graduate level, we do have master's degree programs and one doctorate degree for both men and women. And this program, specifically the psychology program, is made up of several options in our online accelerated degree programs. The accelerated program in nature allows you to get more of your coursework done out of the way in a shorter period of time, which is really great for women who are busy, who are balancing multiple life responsibilities, and really just want to get to the completion of their degree program. So we have a lot of great options for you. And then the fact that they're offered fully online makes the degree programs that much more accessible. So at this point, we have over 40 online degrees and certificates for you to choose from. And so today, Michelle's going to tell you a lot about the psychology degree programs, and there's a lot of options within that program that you'll hear all about today. So with that being said, I'm going to pass this over to Michelle McGrath, who is going to tell you more about our Bachelor of Arts in Psychology degree program.
Thank you, Heather. Hello, everybody. My name is Michelle McGrath, and as Heather mentioned, I am the Senior Academic Program Director for the Psychology programs here at the American Women's College. I want to welcome you all to this webinar this afternoon on this beautiful Friday afternoon. I'm going to spend the next 15 or 20 minutes just going through our degree programs that we offer here. I will begin with a brief overview of each major, and then I will go into some of the similarities and differences across the degree programs, as well as go over some different examples of the types of career tracks that some of our students go on to pursue after graduation. Next slide. Okay, so here we have a breakdown of the 6 different degree programs that we offer at the bachelor's level. The child psychology program is designed for those who are really interested in working with children or adolescents. This program really does focus on aspects of developmental psychology, as well as the different types of interventions and the influential systems involved in the development process. As Heather mentioned, we do offer many graduate programs here at Bay Path University, and we have a master's in developmental psychology. So this is a great foundational program for students who are interested in pursuing a career in child psychology. Our Counseling Foundations program has a more clinical counseling feel, and it's really designed for those students who are interested in becoming a helping professional, possibly a counselor, and those who are interested in learning more about human motivation, cognition. We go into a lot of topics related to mental health, and then various treatments and interventions related to the various diagnoses that one might find when working in the field of counseling psychology. The forensic psychology program is our newest program, and that really combines the students' interest in criminal justice, legal studies, and mental health. So it's a combination of all three disciplines, which is really exciting, and it covers topics such as criminal behavior, substance abuse, crisis intervention, and counseling skills. And so there is a wide variety of career options related to forensic psychology. A lot of people often think about, CSI or careers like that. But part of what we go over in this program are some of the other types of careers that are available for students in forensic psychology, such as working in the court system, being victim advocates, and doing a lot of mental health assessments. The Foundations of Drug and Alcohol Counseling is an excellent option for students who are interested in pursuing a career in the field of substance abuse counseling or counseling in general. Very rarely, if you're working in the field of counseling, will you not be working with those individuals with a history or current presenting problem of substance abuse. So this is a really great option for anyone interested in working with that population. This curriculum meets the Massachusetts Board of Substance Abuse Counselor certification requirements, so that when students complete this degree program, they can go on to accrue postgraduate hours, and they can take an examination through the state, and if they pass, they can get their KDAC. So that is, they can become certified alcohol and drug counselors. So this is a really great opportunity and a really nice way to build your resume. The general psychology program is designed for those who are interested in a more well-rounded overview of psychology. In this program, we really go over the different fields. So you get an introduction to things like developmental psychology, personality psychology, abnormal research, health psychology, social psychology, and counseling. So you get a little bit of everything. Our human services and rehabilitation program is an excellent major for those interested in becoming a helping professional. The field of human services provides social, medical, and rehabilitation services for various populations across a wide range of settings. So examples might be working with individuals with disabilities, providing vocational counseling, case management services, or working in social support. An interesting thing about our HSR program is that it also fulfills the educational requirements for students to become human services board certified practitioners through the Center for Credentialing and Education. So this is a national certification where students would submit proof that they've completed the educational requirements, and then they're required to complete postgraduate hours and then sit for an exam. And once those are completed, you can get your board certification. We also offer a standalone certificate in human services and rehabilitation. This is a six-course certificate program. And these are the courses listed here are the core courses in our Human Services and Rehabilitation Bachelor's program. And again, all of these courses fulfill the board certification requirements. So students who are interested in just doing a certificate, that would be an option for you as well. So some of the similarities of the program is that all of them require students to take our Intro to Psychology course, which is Psych 101. And we also require that all of our degree, psychology degree students take behavioral research methods, because this will give them a foundation for understanding research, because no matter which track you go into, it's important that students have that basic understanding of research and can critically evaluate the literature that is out there in order to make informed decisions. We also require a statistics course to go along with that behavioral research methods. And again, this is really designed to help students be able to interpret the research that we review throughout the program, and then also postgraduate work. Once you get out in the field, you really want to be able to make sure that your decisions are grounded in research-based practices. We also have a strong emphasis on cultural diversity and making sure that no matter which track that you're in, students are exposed to topics related to supporting and helping various populations from diverse backgrounds. So we have a couple different courses depending on which track you pursue, but that is a component of all of our programs. And similarly, we also cover at least one developmental psychology program in all of our programs. And we also have at least one course in either abnormal psychology or substance abuse. So again, it really depends on the track that you pursue, but it just helps to give that foundation, looking at what's considered normal development, and then looking at some of the areas such as abnormal and substance abuse. So one of the questions I often get from students who are considering our programs or who have already enrolled is which track is right for them. And one of the things I always tell students is that you really can't go wrong. There is a strong overlap in some of the foundational courses required for all of the programs. And ultimately, many of these programs will prepare you for a very wide variety of career options. And so what I often tell students is, once you get into the program, take the foundational courses that I just listed, and then you can kind of start to explore and see which ones interest you. And usually they're able to, if they decide to change early on, they're able to do so without losing too many credits. So this slide shows some different career opportunities for psychology majors. And in parentheses, I kind of highlighted the different tracks that tend to pursue those types of degree opportunity or career opportunities, but it doesn't necessarily mean that those are the only degrees that would lead you in that direction. So a lot of the counseling ones, the counseling careers are certainly more favored for those who either major in counseling or our substance abuse counseling program, but we also have a variety of different opportunities like case manager, which is something that I've had students from all of our 6 tracks pursue successfully. One of the great things about the psychology program is its versatility and the fact that so much of what is learned is transferable, not only within the field of psychology, but also across disciplines. So I've had students who have gone on to become trainers and training professionals in the field, and not just in the psychology field, but in a variety of fields. Some students will go on to human resources because the interpersonal skills and the communication skills that are learned in this program are very much transferable and desired in the human resource field. We have some that pursue degrees or fields in writing. So there's a very wide range of opportunities, which is what I love about this field. And again, I tell students you can't go wrong. You will find your path, but the foundation that you would build as a result of these degree programs will get you to where you want to go. Next slide. So now I'm going to just briefly show you the major requirements for each of the degree programs to give you an idea of the types of courses that are covered in each. So to start with is our child psychology degree program. This is currently our most popular. And as you can see, we start with a couple of developmental courses, and we also have that cultural diversity course listed early on so that students have that foundation. Students also have 2 abnormal courses here. So they take an abnormal, but they also take a child psychopathology. So that is an abnormal psychology course geared specifically towards children. We also go into things like early interventions, parenting, because when you're working with children, you're not really just working with the children, you're working with all of the systems that are involved in that child's life. So parenting is very important, the family is important, and then you'll notice the education, schools, and culture is listed as well, because those are all very much influential factors in the child's development. Next slide. This is our forensic psychology program. So we have our intro to forensic psychology, and this course or this program specifically requires a lifespan growth and development course, as well as our abnormal psychology course. And then we have a series of courses related to forensic psychology. So looking at criminal behavior, the female offender, drugs and behavior, crisis intervention, and then we have a seminar, which is kind of like our capstone for the program. And then students are also, for this particular major, encouraged to select an elective. Again, our general psychology really kind of introduces a very wide range of topics related to the field of psychology. These are all introduced in our Intro to Psych course, and you get into a little bit more depth in this major through each of these courses. So again, this is great for those who are interested in getting a broader view of what's out there. So you would cover development, diversity, abnormal, personality, health psychology, which a lot of students find very interesting, social psychology, counseling psychology. Our Psychology in the Field course is a unique course in which students each week complete some sort of experiential learning activity. And this could mean interviewing a professional in the field, attending a professional conference or webinar, or job shadowing somebody in the field. So really meant to get students the exposure to a variety of different opportunities that are available. Next slide. Our counseling foundations, again, is more clinically or counseling based. So looking at counseling diverse populations, ethics and professional development. Our interviewing and counseling skills course is a really interesting course because students get the opportunity to get some hands-on practice with role playing and developing their interviewing and counseling skills. And then we have our clinical psychology course as well. This particular program allows students to take 4 electives. So some students will choose to take 2 graduate level courses as part of their degree program, which is an excellent opportunity to get a head start. We do at BayPath have a wonderful clinical mental health counseling program. And so if you're interested in becoming a licensed clinician in the future, again, that would be a great opportunity to get a head start on that degree. Our Foundations of Drug and Alcohol Counseling, again, focuses on drugs and behavior, addictions and interventions. There's a lot of counseling components in there. This particular degree program, you might notice we have some 500 level courses. Those are actually graduate level courses meant to, and these were put into the curriculum in order to fulfill the requirements for the state certification. But again, it also can help those students who are interested in continuing on with their education. Next slide. Our Human Services and Rehabilitation degree program. Our HSR courses are listed kind of in the middle there. And those are the courses that were outlined in the certificate program. And those are the ones that will help fulfill the national certification. This program, along with our drug and alcohol counseling program, does require an internship. This particular program, if students are working or have worked in the field of human services, they can apply for a waiver from that requirement. And if they're approved, we just substitute that course with a higher level elective. And just I wanted to point out a couple highlights to the program. Eligible psychology majors and minors can become members of PsyChi, which is the International Honor Society in Psychology. So this is a great honor, and it is a lifetime membership. And what we typically do is during our annual rose ceremony at the end of the year, we invite all new inductees to attend for a brief induction ceremony, and students get honors cords that they can wear during the graduation ceremony, as well as a lapel pin and their lifetime membership certificate. Another really great perk is that eligible students can take up to those 2 graduate level courses as a way to get a head start on their graduate degree. One of the questions I often get from students is whether or not they can become counselors after earning their bachelor's degree. And this is a challenging question, and there are some agencies that will, the job title will state a counselor as the role, but in order to become a licensed counselor or a licensed social worker, students must pursue a graduate degree, at least at the master's level. And one of the great things about this is that students, once you have your graduate degree and your license, so many doors will open up. You can practice independently, so you can do private practice, or you can work for hospitals or school systems or various agencies. So we have at BPATH, again, a really great clinical mental health counseling program that would lead you to licensure. So if you're interested in going that route, getting a head start by taking those 2 graduate courses during your undergrad is a really great way to get started. And our program is taught by, we have over 25 adjunct faculty and one full-time faculty member. And what I love about our faculty is that they represent professionals with extensive expertise across so many fields and disciplines. And they are very happy and very willing to share their personal educational and career trajectory with students, and to provide support and mentorship to students as they go through the program. They really want to get to know the students, and they want to be able to provide any help that they can to develop students so that they're ready for careers in the field upon graduation.
Okay, so we'll pause here and see if anyone has any specific questions for Michelle about the psychology degree programs. I don't see any that have popped up in the chat so far, but if you come up with any, certainly put them in there and we will take a pause to answer those. So while you think about your questions, I'm going to hand it over to Michelle Bryson, who's going to talk about our admissions process.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I want to thank you again for joining us on this lovely Friday afternoon. Michelle, thank you so much for sharing that information with us today. As you can see, everyone, our psychology degree platform is very strong, and there's just a lot of wonderful options depending upon the area of study that you wish to pursue here at the American Women's College of Bay Path. So let's talk a little bit about why the American Women's College. That's such a great question because we know it's a big decision. So why is the American Women's College a good choice? Well, we do offer more than 40 online undergraduate degree programs. Again, you've seen that we have many options in psychology, but we do have quite a number of other area-focused degree programs such as business, cybersecurity, education. So we have a lot of great options. What I'd like to focus on too and draw your attention is our robust career resources. We know that our students are pursuing their degree is as a means to either change careers, move up in their current position. So we know that career resources are really going to play an important role in your college experience here at Bay Path. So do know that we have a wide range of career resources available, including helping you build the best resume possible, helping you learn how to market yourself, your experience, and your skills, and even things such as knowing how to prepare and succeed in a job interview. So do know that our career resources are such an important part of the support services that we provide our students. We do have award-winning educational technology here at Bay Path University and the American Women's College. You know, with current situation, we do know that a lot of colleges and universities are moving their programs online, and you do have to remember that the American Women's College at Bay Path, we were already online. So our online learning platform, our virtual classroom is really strong learning environment. And we do have great technology available that really will help you have a personalized learning experience here at Bay Path and the American Women's College. We know that every student learns differently, and so our technology is really set up to assist every student having a personalized and successful learning experience here. In terms of our academic calendar, the other thing that I want to bring to your attention is the flexibility of the academic structure here at the American Women's College. So we offer 6 times a year for you to jump in and take courses. We know life is busy. We know you're juggling a lot of responsibilities. So it's important to us to offer that option to really jump in at any point during the academic year when you're ready and when the stars are aligning for you to begin courses here. So to give you an idea, we do have 6 starts per academic year. And our fall semester classes begin in August, September, and November. And our spring calendar classes begin in January, March, and May. So when you are ready to begin, we are ready and here for you to get started. We do know as well that a lot of our students, our women, are coming in with prior experience, prior learning experience, and that may come from military experience. It may come from volunteering. It may come from licensure or credentials that you have earned throughout your career. So it is important to us to have a manner by which we look at that prior learning experience and give you the opportunity to earn college credits for that experience that you are bringing in to Bay Path. It is a process called prior learning assessment, and we have a wonderful director and career staff that will assist you with that. So please do keep that in mind, that we will certainly look beyond your traditional college coursework to see what other experiences and expertise you can bring to the table. We do have the opportunity to transfer up to 90 credits, and that's important. We want to be sure that we are really taking a close look at all your prior coursework. That is important. That is your effort, that is time, that is money that you've already spent. So we really do ensure that we take a look at your prior college coursework, and more importantly, we take a look at the credits and provide you with a number of degree options that we have available so that you can maximize those transfer credits. Again, that's going to be a key service that we provide. We want to maximize the coursework that you've already completed. If we go back to flexibility, and that will be a theme throughout this presentation, you do have the opportunity to attend full-time and part-time. And that means that you have the ability to take 9 credits per semester, and that would be considered a part-time student. You also have the opportunity to take anywhere from 12 to 18 credits per semester, and then that would be considered a full-time student. And a lot of that is depending upon you, your schedule, what you're comfortable with. Again, we know you have other responsibilities, work, family, community obligations. So we want to allow you the opportunity to really design this experience, including the amount of courses that you're taking, so that it's going to work best for you. Depending upon your transfer credits, depending upon if you have experience from prior learning, from work experience that we discussed that you're bringing in, we estimate that you can finish your degree anywhere from 1 to 3.5 years. Again, that depends upon your pace as well as the credits that you are transferring in with us. So let's talk a little bit more about transfer credits, because that's usually the question I get the most is about transfer credits. How my coursework transfer in, how many credits will I be bringing in, and how many credits will I have left to take? So again, our admission staff is eager to help you transfer in any prior college credits that you have earned. That's your time, your money, your efforts. We want to make sure that we maximize to the fullest. So we do generally accept past course credits, even ones that have earned many years ago. And that's a question I always get asked. Do they expire? Most often they do not expire. The previous institution that you attended must be a regionally accredited institution. The class level of the course must be 100 level or higher, and you must have earned a grade of C- or higher in the course. If each of these criteria are met, then we'll certainly take a look at transferring in that credit. So let's talk a little bit more about prior learning assessment. We mentioned that as far as being able to take a look at your past experience and what your resume looks like and what you're bringing to the table. So again, we can look at having you earn college credit for prior work experience, military service, and even volunteer service. So while eligibility for prior learning credits is determined on an individual basis, the following types of prior experience are often eligible. So any type of professional certification, licensure, or training program that you have taken in the past, maybe for a job, maybe for personal development, we'll take a look at that. Even attendance at seminars, workshops, or conferences, that can also be taken a look at as possible eligibility for prior learning. And then anything that you have in terms of experience in your professional field, travel, or volunteerism. We really want to take a look at the full makeup of what makes up your background, and we'll see what we can do as far as bringing in additional credits other than the college level coursework. So we talked a little bit about career services, and again, this is really such an important key to the wraparound support and services that the American Women's College will provide you. And I want you to keep this in mind and really be sure that you take full advantage of these services. So the mission of our career development staff is to educate and support students as they explore and further understand themselves and career options, gain valuable experience, develop in professionals, and most importantly, launch their post-graduation career plans. And that's what it's all about. That's your ultimate goal, is your post-graduation career plans. This is going to set you up to do next. So services to students and alumni. Yes, alumni is right there. So you do have access even as a graduate student to come back and utilize these services, but they will include resume and cover letter writing. So important in a competitive job market like today to have a really strong resume and cover letter. Job search strategies. There's so many different websites out there where you can go and search for jobs. So we want to give you those tools and strategies to be able to really have a successful job search. Career and major exploration. What are you passionate about? What are you excited about? What skills do you have that are really going to translate into a particular major or a particular career? Interview practice, that's so important. We want you to be able to put your best foot forward. So practicing those interviewing skills is so important. And this is an important one too, salary negotiation. We want you to know your value. That really is an important piece of what career development does for you, really understanding and knowing your value and what you bring to an employer. So salary negotiation is important, as well as mentoring opportunities. Mentoring can come from fellow classmates. It can come from faculties. It can come from program directors like Michelle. So we do have a lot of opportunity for those mentoring opportunities to have. So important. So let's talk. So beyond earning your degree, what we really want to focus on today is those student support services, because really that wraparound support that we are going to offer you is really going to be a key to your success here at the American Women's College. And we really want to be sure that you know that we have these support tools available and that you're taking advantage of them to the fullest. That's why we're here. So again, we talked about career development. We have a career development hub right on our website for online career resources. You can schedule a one-on-one meeting with one of our career coaches, and that's really going to set you up for success, and that is always there and always available. We have wonderful educator coaches. Our advising staff is really going to be right there by your side throughout this journey, and their services and support are very comprehensive, and they do want to make sure that you are staying on that track to graduation and that you have all the answers and the support that you're looking for. When we talk about attending school, going back to school, financial aid is another big question. Aside from transfer credits, that's always a big one, but really what I hear most from my students that I work with is financial aid. How's that going to work? How am I going to pay for school? And rightly so, that's a big question. So our student financial services team is just fantastic. And our students do have the ability to schedule one-on-one calls with our staff to address any of those important questions that the students have. Our student financial services team will review your financial aid packaging, your loan options, your grant options, how billing and your account will work, and even such things as scholarship opportunities that are available. So do know that student financial services piece of the wraparound support is really going to be critical to your success here. Technology is another key. We're talking about being an online virtual student. And so we know technology is an important piece that's going to be the foundation of your experience here at BayPath. So our IT staff is wonderful, and there's a lot of support for our students, including support on how to log in, how to access the student portal, any technology resources that you might have. If you're having any trouble, there's a way to actually submit a ticket to our IT team. So our IT team is very engaged and very responsive. So you do know that you'll have that technology support that's so critical. In terms of health and wellness, particularly with everything going on today, we know your health and well-being is important as well. And so we do have a great staff in our health services team. We do offer counseling services and any questions relating to mental health, support services, anything to do with just your overall well-being and health. We have those resources available to you as well. In terms of the library is an important part of anybody's academic journey. And the wonderful thing about our university here at BayPath and the American Women's College is we have such a strong online learning resource in our Hatch library. So there is just a wide range of support and resources that you're going to find online at our Hatch library. Online learning resources, academic databases, tools to assist you with research papers and assignments, APA resources, and you're also going to have the support of our reference librarian staff as well. So that's another important piece of the wraparound services that we offer. For those students that are looking for accessibility services, who may have some concerns about needing accessibility services, we do have confidential support for students with documented need for any type of academic accommodation. So please do reach out. If you are wondering what services we provide and what accommodations we can provide, we have the staff and we can certainly assist you with that piece. In terms of tutoring, that's another important part of our wraparound support that we offer. We want to be sure that our students feel that they do have resources if they do need help, regardless of day or time of day. We know our students are working early in the morning, late in the evening, on weekends. So it is important that we do offer live tutoring, which is available 24/7 through tutor.com in all your virtual classrooms, which is critical, and it's such a great service that we provide. And on-campus tutor is available as well. So hopefully we'll get back to campus resources and be able to take a look at the on-campus resources, and they are available on campus as well. So our academic calendar, I touched upon this briefly, but I just want to review it because it can get a little tricky. So let's take a look at it one more time. So we have 2 semesters, which is very traditional. So we have our fall semester and our spring semester. So think about those semesters as 18 weeks. To make it easy as far as math goes. And those 18 weeks are divided into 3 6-week sessions. So in other words, each course that you're going to be taking is going to be 6 weeks in length, regardless of the subject or the course of study. That course is going to be 6 weeks in length. So back to review how our structure actually looks. Our fall semester, the first 6-week session begins in August. The second 6-week session begins in September. And our third 6-week session of the fall begins in November. So right now we are in the process of enrolling students for our fall semester, session 1, classes beginning August 2nd. Our spring semester consists of our session 1 beginning in January. That second 6-week session begins in March, and our third 6-week session does begin in May. We talked a little bit about having full-time and part-time enrollment options because, again, we want to make sure that we provide you the flexibility that you're looking for. So students have the ability to take 1 or 2 courses per 6-week session. Again, that's 1 or 2 courses per 6-week session. So part-time, 9 credits, full-time, 12 to 18 credits. There is 1 week break between each 6-week session. It's just a week, but it's nice to have a quick break to regroup and take a breath before the next course. And certainly we do have extended breaks on the calendar for both summer and winter. So, keys to success in the online classroom. There may be some participants this afternoon that may have some concerns about being an online student. They may have not taken online courses before, but you want to remember your why. It's always important to think, why am I thinking about going back to school? And remember that why, because it's so important. What has motivated you to attend this webinar today? And more importantly, what has motivated you to consider returning to school to continue your undergraduate degree? Time management. Time management is going to be key. You want to develop and utilize time management skills. You want to take a look at your week and figure out where are those times that I can devote to my schoolwork, that I can devote to logging in and getting some coursework done. Do remember that our courses are asynchronous, which means that they're not taught live. And that gives students the opportunity to log in at any point throughout the school week to get that schoolwork done, which is so nice. You want to make sure that you're aware of deadlines. You know, as soon as you get to log into a course, print out that syllabus, have an idea of what those deadlines are going to be, and make sure that you submit your work on time and you stay on top of that calendar. You want to stay in contact with your advisor and instructors. Remember, they are in your corner. They're part of the wraparound support that we provide. So certainly stay in close communication with them. They're there to help. And be willing to engage with others through technology. It might be a new way to communicate and connect, but it really is still a great form of communication. And so engage with others, you know, in the discussions that you have throughout your classes or even beyond the classroom. Make sure that you stay engaged, and make sure too that you're utilizing our variety of support services that we've already discussed, including that free tutoring, which is such a great tool for our students. So the admissions process, the great thing about our admissions process is it really is easy. I make it so easy for you. So the first thing you want to do is submit your free online application. Again, there's no application fee. The nice thing about our application is it is smartphone friendly. So you can submit that application right from your smartphone. You next want to schedule an admissions overview call with our admissions team. That is really sort of the critical part of the admissions process. We want to speak with you. We want to be sure that we share more information. And most importantly, we want to talk about your needs and what you're looking for, what your goals are. And we want to be able to answer those questions that are most important to you, because every student comes in with a different story. So we want to make sure we get those questions answered. And then finally, number 3, we want to be sure that we have your official transcripts from all colleges and universities that you have attended. If you haven't had college coursework as of yet, that's okay. That's great too. We have a lot of students who are jumping into college coursework for the first time with us. We would need your official high school transcript. But that piece is so important because it's an admissions requirement. But again, we want to review your college coursework and see what will transfer in for you. So that's it, 3 easy steps. So ordering transcripts, we want to be sure that, again, we get those in your hand, and that could be a first step to take. You'll see right here that you can send them by mail to our offices right in Springfield, Mass. You'll see the address right on the screen. A lot of colleges and universities are now going to electronic transcripts, which is terrific, and it just makes the process that much easier. So yes, if a transcript is coming electronically by email from the college or university, absolutely fine, and it is considered an official transcript. Applying for financial aid, again, that's such a key part of the college experience. So I always recommend to my students, apply for financial aid. So even if you're not certain if you want to utilize federal financial aid, I always recommend that you fill out that free application for federal student aid, or your FAFSA. That really is going to give you, and also our student financial services team, a good understanding of what your eligibility would be like. So that's important. There's no commitment. There's no commitment to BayPath. And again, there's no cost. It's a free application. So we always recommend that you start by filling out your FAFSA so we can explore all your options. You'll see that you can complete that at fafsa.ed.gov right here on the screen. And you just want to be sure that you enter BayPath University school code 002122. And that will ensure that our student financial services team will be able to process and see that FAFSA and help you determine what your financial aid options are going to look like. Any questions for me, participants? I'm happy to address any questions that you might have regarding the admissions process, or any questions in general.
Doesn't look like we've had any questions come in, but what I do want to let everyone know is that we are recording this presentation, so I will send it to all of you with a copy of the slide deck, just so that you can go back and review some of the information that we discussed. And you know, it may bring up questions later on too, so you can always reach out. We did have a question pop up. How many credits are needed for graduation? Michelle B., do you want to take that one?
Great question, and I get that question a lot. So an undergraduate degree, an associate's degree, is always 60 credits. So you will need to earn 60 credits in order to satisfy those program requirements and earn your associate's degree. The majority of our degrees are bachelor degrees, both Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees, and a bachelor degree consists of 120 credits. So 120 credits must be completed in order to satisfy the program requirements and earn your degree.
Okay, we have another question here about how the scholarships work.
So there are quite a number of scholarships that are available. There are some great resources on our website. So if you jump onto our website and you search scholarships, there's going to be a good amount of information coming up. The other thing that I always recommend to my students is do some research, because oftentimes you're going to find that there are a lot of scholarships that may be based on your background, your family situation, you know, the job field that you are currently involved in, or the career path that you are looking to take. There are very specific scholarships that are out there that may be available to you. So I do want to encourage you to jump onto the BayPath University website. There's some great resources for scholarships, but also if you have the time, you can do a little research on your own. I would just caution you that please just be aware that there are some sites out there that will ask for personal information. That may ask for money, particular fees. Just be careful of that. I would not recommend those sites are really paying any monies, but there are a lot of good free websites to take a look at.
And just to add on to Michelle's great answer, one of the scholarship sites that I often recommend is called FastWeb, FASTWEB. That has a couple of scholarships, and to Michelle's point, it will match your experience and your background and your family dynamic to potential scholarship opportunities. And we do have a couple of internal scholarships that BayPath offers based on some grant funding and some other stuff, which is the information that you'll see listed on the website. The other pieces that Michelle had mentioned on the slide about financial aid, that even if you're not sure if you're going to utilize financial aid, we recommend that you fill out the FAFSA. The other thing that you'll notice when you fill out the FAFSA is that you might be eligible for free money, which is grants that you don't have to pay back, but you're not going to know if you're eligible for any unless you fill out your FAFSA at least. So that's another way to have some money to help fund your education that you don't have to pay back later. So that's another great option as well. Those are great questions. I don't think that we have any other questions. So thank you all so much for coming. Thank you to Michelle and Michelle for your great information that you provided today. Everyone, if you have questions, please let us know. I'm going to send you an email again with the presentation, the slide deck, and some contact information so that you have it. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with us, and we hope to hear from you soon.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.